Hey guys, I just saw a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood starring Tom Hanks playing as Mr. Rogers. Now, don't think this is going to be a movie all about Mr. Rogers. Now, he's in it, majority of the movie, but it really focuses on Lloyd Vogel, the reporter that's doing a story on Mr. Rogers, basically. And what it is this guy, the reporter doing the story on Mr. Rogers, is very a type of person that is cold, and he had a lot of things going on in his life, and he just tries to get stories on people, on who they really are, and that everybody's not a good person, or people have issues, or something's really going on. And that's what he was trying to find with Mr. Rogers, and not really focusing on the demons that's in him. And when Mr. Rogers helps him, basically understands what he's going through and how to share our feelings, and not channel our anger or use our anger to cover up how we're really feeling. And Mr. Rogers was able to show him that Mr. Rogers, this is how he is. He's that type of guy. He's a nice guy. He tries to find ways to express our feelings and just try to really talk it out. And that's what the movie's really focused on, showing that how Mr. Rogers are and what he does to help people, and why so many people really, really love Mr. Rogers and love how he is. And I loved about the movie. The movie really centers around the reporter, but puts you in a little world of Mr. Rogers, and also seeing what the reporter saw when going to Mr. Rogers, where he shot his show, or just going around with him and traveling and things like that, meeting his wife, and really get to know him. And that helps the reporter really see how he is. Now, I'm going to tell you everything with the movie, because I feel everybody should go see this movie, kids, with your family, because it can show you that even though that we're adults and we're not kids anymore, we should always think back how we were as kids, and what we're going through, and how we portray that to our kids as well. Even though we're grown up, we shouldn't we shouldn't lose that kid mentality. Sometimes we need to sit back and really think. And that's what the movie does. It makes you sit back and think on how we act towards people, or how we channel our anger, our feelings, and how we express ourselves. And that's what Mr. Rogers was trying to show him, and just trying to get him to talk. And I love that. Now, Tom Hanks, as always, Tom Hanks kills it. He kills it. And, every time he's on screen, you feel like you're watching Mr. Rogers. You feel like you see Mr. Rogers on screen, but it's really Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks really kills it. Now, I wouldn't say Tom Hanks is the leading actor in this movie, but you kind of say he is, kind of not, because the story is really focusing on the reporter. But it influences with Tom Hanks. I truly enjoyed every minute Tom Hanks is on the screen playing Mr. Rogers. I'm seeing him act. For every minute thing that Mr. Rogers did in his show and in real life, Tom Hanks took all of that and elevated it ridiculously. He was able to embody Mr. Rogers, not just doing his mannerisms, the little quirks that Mr. Rogers does, but really showing the true feelings, the emotion Mr. Rogers would do while talking to somebody, always keeping eye contact with them, always speak with them, always getting them to talk back at him as well. I love that. Tom Hanks really, really showed that. And the guy that played Lloyd Vogel, I'm missing his name, unfortunately. He did an awesome job of showing his frustrations, his emotions, and just realizing that life is short, and you never know when you'll be able to tell a loved one or a friend or a family member that how you feel, and trying to close that door. We might be harping on a lot of things, and we might be very upset on things, and we want to channel that anger. We don't want to forget, and we just want to really, really know that, really let that person know how we feel. And we can't harp on that. We can't stay mad at somebody forever. We can't hold that anger, because you never know when that person might leave us, or when you might leave us. And even though that person, even though you tell them how you feel, even though that they might not take it, or they might not take it with how you want them to take it, at least that that you was able to release your feelings, release that anger, and that you was able to cope with it yourself, you know? And I think that's what the movie really tells us about. And that, you know, you might get upset that it's not really about Mr. Rogers per se, the whole movie, and that's okay. You know, if you really want to see more about Mr. Rogers, you should go watch the biography last year all about Mr. Rogers. Everybody should go see that. Phenomenal. But this movie, I truly enjoyed it. It shows us that Tom Hanks can elevate himself no matter what he does. And I love that about him. He's one of the best actors out there, that he almost can do anything. He almost could transform into that person he's trying to play. But this movie, everyone should go see it. It's not a long movie. It's about an hour and 42 minutes. Now the pacing, at some points, it gets kind of slow. You kind of, you know, you kind of ready. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. And also, yeah, you want more Mr. Rogers / Tom Hanks on the screen. You want more of that. You know, yes, you know, you enjoy the character reporter and his story, what he's going through, and how Mr. Rogers, Tom Hanks, is helping him to cope that, helping him how to find two ways to release his frustrations, to release his feelings towards his family and his father. And I enjoy that. So, you know, you won't be surprised that you wanted more of Mr. Rogers, Tom Hanks. Like I said before, it's not really a Mr. Rogers focused movie. It's about how Mr. Rogers is able to do things to help people cope with their feelings, help them talk, you know, just grab their attention. You notice that when Lloyd Vogel first meets Mr. Rogers at a studio, and when he's talking to a child, and you see what he does, and you know, when he's talking to a child or getting to talk, open up, and things like that, and you see that, and Tom Hanks does a phenomenal job. I won't be surprised if he is nominated for Oscar for this movie, because he truly embodied Mr. Rogers, everything about him, his mannerisms, how he speaks, you know, how he does the small little things. And I truly enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really watch Mr. Rogers as a young kid, but of course, he's very popular even now, no matter what. And you truly enjoy it, and you take appreciation of the type of person he was towards everyone behind the camera and off camera as well. And that shows that. And I truly enjoyed this movie. But like I said, the pacing was kind of off. And sometimes it was slow, where I wanted to hope that it just speed up a little bit. But other than that, I truly enjoyed this movie, and I truly enjoyed the message that it was giving. I love Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers. It was phenomenal. Like I said, it's a good movie, good family movie, good movie with a good message, family-oriented, good acting. All around, this is a good movie. Not per se the best movie the whole year, but a good movie that everyone should go see, especially this week of Thanksgiving. I think everyone in the family should go see this movie, especially Thanksgiving, just to see and enjoy this movie, because it is family oriented. It is a family movie, in my opinion, and I think it'll get people to talk, and also get close to your family, because it gives you that, it channels that. And this is the right time to have a movie like this that everyone should go see, especially times that we live in. But like I said, I enjoyed this movie. Good acting, good overall message. I truly enjoyed this movie. Like I said, just a little off of the pacing. Like I said, it got slow at sometimes, but other than that, I enjoyed this movie, and it was really good. And you get a chance to see it, comment, like, share with all your friends, and hopefully I'll see you again real soon with another interview. Have a nice day.